consider that breaking abstinence. And so I left and struggled with the hypoglycemia until I went to LA Weight Loss. And then I lost 12 with them. Well, but what was LA Weight Loss? Portion control. You give me this little box in Jenny Craig, this big. A little portion of meat, a little portion of vegetable, tiny little portion of carb. And I forgot what the third thing was. It might have been a little tiny dessert this big. And I went, oh, that's what a portion is. See, everything God was opening my eyes, opening my eyes. Now, I'm going to leave a little time for you to ask questions and answers, for question and answer time. But I do want you to write down 2 things on a piece of paper. Start bringing a notebook, because you're going to have homework.
Yep.
And you're going to have a question every week, or 2 questions. The first question is, why do you think you can't lose weight? And I really want you to ponder about that and write an honest answer, even if you think it's a bunch of malarkey.
What was the first thing you did?
Why do you think you can't lose weight? You know, you watch Stinking Thinking, and next time we're going to go into more Stinking Thinking. And maybe your excuse is, well, I'm big boned. Or maybe your excuse is going to be, my whole family's fat. Or maybe it's my thyroid. Now, some of those things might be legitimate. And I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to handle, those kind of problems. But to tell you the truth, most of the time it's a bunch of malarkey. Most of the time the reason you're overweight is you're eating too much.
Or you have bad eating habits.
Or are you eating the wrong thing? Some of it could be caused by a physical problem, definitely, like thyroid or diabetes. But tell you the truth, you go on a diet and you lose the weight, it's going to help your diabetes. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to bless you. It's going to help you. Some of you aren't even on insulin yet, like my husband. He's on just the pills. And the doctor told him years ago, lose the weight, you can even get off those pills. But you know something? The pills are easy. The pills are easy. So write that question down. Why do you think I can't lose weight? And I want you to ponder about it and really think about it and pray about it. And if someone you're willing to share next week, you can share about it, why you think that. The plan I went on. So a year and a half ago, I can't go up the stairs, I'm out of breath, I have no energy, I'm so tired all the time. I hate the way I look. I mean, let's face it, women like to look nice, right? But I got comfortable with the weight. I had some clothes that could disguise it. Great at disguising with clothes, right? Black. Wear tunics, So great with disguising the clothes. So I got pretty desperate. I was up and down 2 or 3 pounds for, like I said, 3 years. So I noticed a couple people in the church had lost a lot of weight. So now I love when people do this to me. How did you do it? I want to know. Tell me, how did you do it? That's what I did to this guy. I ran up to this guy and said, how did you do it? Tell me. And he didn't want to tell me. I says, I bet you did a liquid diet. So they don't want to tell you when it's a liquid diet. And I swore off liquid diets. I mean, I tried all the other kind of diets. And I said, I would never do a liquid diet. I was desperate. And I thought, you know something? Liquid diets, everybody gains it back. That's what I said. Because once you start eating regular food again, guess what happens?
It's true. It's on that paper report from those doctors. I'll show you that later.
Right. I thought, I don't care. I'll deal with that when I get to it. So I went to do I got to do it. I've got to succeed at this. What should I do? So the Lord told me, you have to introduce. You're gonna have snacks with your not only with the 2 drinks, and the meal, but you have to have snacks. I knew the third meal, whatever it was, what I liked about it was, if I went out with my girlfriends for lunch, the other 2 meals were the drink. If I went out for dinner, the other 2 meals were the drink. So that was very simple for me. I liked the simplicity of it. But the sugar kept dropping in between. So the Lord said, okay, you can have Greek yogurt. Weighed and measured. Light and fit. Greek yogurt. Okay. Then I just added almonds. And then the last thing we added was pretzels. So I started losing a pound a week. Don't forget. You might say, well, a pound a week is nothing. Yes, it was to me. Because I couldn't even lose a pound in 3 years. It'd be up and down, up and down. And I thought, thinking, in 20 weeks, I'll lose 20 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Pound a week. 20 weeks is 20 pounds.
That's a lot.
Whoopee! 167, that means 147. That's great. Excited. And I did. I started losing a pound a week regularly. Walking, yes. Maybe 40 minutes of walking a day. That's it. I wasn't killing myself with exercise. The main thing was what I was putting in my mouth. In 6 months, I had lost 40 pounds. And then the holidays came. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Well, there's no such a thing as putting it off. You remember procrastination. Remember, this ain't all or nothing thinking. Okay, fine, you lost 40 pounds. What are you going to have for the holidays? So I baked myself some things like that. So my daughter-in-law came with her ooey gooey stuff. I was ready. I didn't care what she thought because I'm not a people pleaser anymore. Oh, it looks wonderful. Thank you. Oh, that's so wonderful looking. And I had my dessert. I'll tell you what. Cut out a piece this big for me, and I'll have it tomorrow sometime. Made her happy. Made me happy. Sometimes I pitch it the next day because I really intended to have it. But the next day I was stronger. And so I pitch it. Gratification, instant gratification is a big problem with overeaters. They got to have it now, right now, right now. Got to have that latte now. Got to have that cupcake. Put it on. You know, tomorrow I can eat again. I can eat again. Take that thing, put it in the refrigerator, and tomorrow's going to come, and you may or may not have it. Okay? Of course, a lot of this has to do with spirituality. On the bottom of the list here, I have 1 Corinthians 6:12. You say, I am allowed to do anything, but not everything is good for you. And even though I am allowed to do anything, I must not become a slave to anything. It's always going to be a dangerous area for me. But of course, the sugar makes it even more complicated. But he knows my heart, and he knows that I'm doing everything I can to be accountable. You know, writing it down, sending it to my friend. Even these meetings are good for me because you're going to be watching me, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she losing any weight?
Right, you know? You're
Yep.
going to be watching me. And that holds me accountable to each one of you. But he's the one I'm the most accountable to.
That's right. That's right.